Hey guys, so today we are going to be working on a one-point perspective sketch based off of a furniture plan. So this is the plan we're going to be using, and you can see there's two windows, an armoire in the corner, the bed, and a bench. So the first thing we're going to do is to draw the back wall elevation. So it's basically whatever back wall you have. Establish a vanishing point here, the window view. We're going to look at the window, so we're going to establish the vanishing point at the window. We're going to have a bunch of array lines and a bunch of horizontal lines and vertical lines. This is the form for the armoire in the corner. Here's the windows, the window rod here. Then we have the placement of the nightstands, the bench. So we're working off the footprint right now. Then I'm going to go up for the height for the headboard. And there's the nightstand and the lamp. This is the crown molding. The windows on the left wall. And then we're going to array all the lines for the flooring. I am using a grayscale marker right now just because I need you guys to be able to see this video. Normally I would use something super light like a 10%, and it'll go away whenever you are doing your fine lines, finish lines. But right now I want you to be able to see the sketching and the forms that I have created. So that's why I'm using a 40%. So right now I'm sketching all the forms in 3D. I started from the furniture plan, then I went up so that you can see the forms, and now I've just blocked in all my elements. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down some color foundation. So I have some oatmeal for the window treatment, the base of the armoire, and some details on the bed, the throw on the bed. I'm adding gray to some elements so that I can see it better. And right now I have a lot of the sketch lines, but I'm trying to clean those up a little bit so that I can see the forms more clearly. So I have the crown molding detailed a little bit more, and this is all with, again, grayscale. So I'm trying to give everything some form, doing some vertical lines for the reflection, arraying the floor lines for the wood flooring. And now I'm going back for the wall. So I'm going to show some wall color here, thinking about where the light, where the shadow will be. So everything is getting a little base color. And then, as with all my other demonstrations, you start light and you layer more colors and build tonal depth. This is my base for the wood. And then the base for the armoire. So now I'm going to pull out my straight edge. The straight edge helps clean up these lines, because before that I was doing everything freehand sketching, so it's very loose. But using the straight edge, at least for the finished works, helps look like I spent a long time with drawing the boxes. So I have detailing out my armoire piece, layering on some colors to give it some depth, to show the wood color. And then now I'm doing the window treatment. And if you ever need to clean your markers, that's how you do it. You're going to roll it out so that you can get the dirt or the dark colors off of your markers. You can also wipe your straight edge with some rubbing alcohol to clean it up. And right now I'm just layering on some values for the window treatment, so it looks like, you know, a fabric that has like peaks and valleys, so it looks like it has a sense of volume. I'm putting some shadows underneath the window treatments and the armoire, and I'm using my straight edge and my vanishing point to kind of define the window treatment rods a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the crown molding. And the reason why I like this particular ruler is because it's see-through, so I can see the offset lines when I do these quick freehand conceptual sketches. I mean, this is different from the traditional drawings I do when I use the T-square. Those are actually more perfect. But this is a way to do a quick sketch for your client or for a presentation. It doesn't take too long. It's not, perfect by any means with the perfect horizontal and vertical lines, but it still gets the point across of what you want to show. As long as you kind of keep in mind the line types that you'll see for a 1-point perspective versus a 2-point perspective. So in a 1-point, you're going to see a lot of vertical lines, a lot of horizontal lines, and a lot of lines that array from a vanishing point. So here I am trying to give the throw some depth, define the bed a little bit more. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the vanishing point to array the lines for my flooring so I can give the wood planks a little bit more definition. So again, arraying from the vanishing point, and then I'm going to do horizontal lines for all the planks, some definition. I'm going to use some vertical lines to show that this is kind of a reflective wood, so it gives it a little sense of depth to the floor, so it's not super flat. I'm going to lay down some gray to show the shadows underneath the furniture, anchor it a little bit so that it's not floating. Detailing out my lamps and accessories on the side tables a little bit more. Now I'm going to use the fine tip of my dark gray marker, and I'm going to use the vanishing point. I'm going to just kind of hardline like my baseboard, my crown molding, just to give things a little bit of a harder edge, so it's not so loose, but it's still perspective-wise correct. So you're still using horizontal lines, still using vertical lines, still using array lines from the vanishing point. That way it looks a little bit more finished rather than a rough sketch. Here's the profile of my crown molding I'm using, and then I'm using the vanishing point to array all these lines, and then finishing off with some horizontal lines there. And so that kind of gives an indication of crown molding within the tray ceiling. So now I'm adding some light walnut to give more of a wood tone to the wood in my space. The last bit is taking some ink pen and using it to detail the accessories, the lamp, things that you want a little bit more of a finished look to. That's what I'm using the ink pen for. So I do the main components as well as the accessories. It just helps define the lines a little bit more. I don't do all of the elements, but I do the ones that I want to stand out a little bit more. Because sometimes I had like too much gray and it was overlapping. So I wanted to make sure that it was defined, the edges a little bit more. So you can make your decisions on where you want to have the stronger definition. I also use a white gel pen to help make things pop a little bit more. So that's it. This is how I do a quick sketch based off a furniture plan. One point perspective, so it's something that you can do quickly for your presentations. Hope that helps you. See you next time.